Hello there, this is Charlie at My Messy Fingers. I was asked by an online store called Scrap and Create to make an album for them. Usually I make my albums for myself, but I was honored to be asked to do this. So they sent me this beautiful collection of paper from Graphic 45 called Love Notes. And again, it's Scrap and Create that this was made for. Everything you see here she sent to me. These little embellishments that I've got on the front of this, she sent them to me, and from what I understand, while supplies last, she will, if you order the whole collection and make this album, she will include these in with your purchase. But again, it will be while supplies last. The roses are on her website. And the paper that I used to make this is, I used the 12 by 12, this gold one here on the bottom. And then from the 12 by 12, I cut this floral panel. On the back, I used that gold flourished from 12 by 12. And then I added, I got a fuzzy up there. Added some embellishments, and then on the back from the 12 by 12 I used this one sheet again. Behind it is that gold flourish. This album measures 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, so that you can effectively use the 8 by 8, because what she sent me was the paper pack for the 12 by 12 and a paper pack of 8 by 8 of this collection. So on the front here, I apologize. On the front here, I took and did an embellishment out of the 12 by 12 cut-aparts, and then I took this off the 12 by 12 cut-aparts, and this sticker, which I mounted on a little pop-up so it could sit right here, I did off of the 12 by 12 as well. Now, these filigree corners, I had to use glossy accents in order to get them to stick. A regular glue and doesn't work for me, so I used glossy accents. But I only put it on the corner, and I was very careful because glossy accents is going to show if you get too much on it. So I just dabbed in the corners, held down real hard until it set, and it came out really nice. And then in here I took off of the 8 by 8 this small little tag called Love Notes. On the inside, the first inside panel, this came off the 12 by 12, this came off the 12 by 12, and this came off the 12 by 12. And I'll go into detail in the build on how those do that. I had a lot of scrap paper left over, so I did my best to cut it and mount it on the leftover black cardstock. These I just simply cut off the cut apart page, cut them large enough to insert a photo on the back. You can certainly cut this down some more, as well as this one. And these pockets will hold a lot. This is page 1. On this page, from the 8 by 8, I fussy cut this guitar out. Now you don't have to do that. You can not do this, but I fussy cut it out. I mounted it on some chipboard strips and then mounted it on some pop-ups, and I placed it back in so that there's a bit of a dimension here, and you can see the black cardstock behind it. These little guys here are not mounted, so I have to be real careful that I don't tweak those. So remember that when you do your own build. Magnet clasp. I only used a small magnet here, thinking that it would be strong enough to hold, but I noticed that as the weight of the paper got on, this flops open. So use a large magnet when you make this piece here. And then here we have a big pocket, some more of those cut aparts. And then here we have a pocket. This is off the 12 by 12. This is off the 8 by 8. You can tell by the size of the piano keys. On page 2, I cut this out, mounted it on black cardstock, covered the back with some leftover paper, and used a magnet so that it would help keep these panels closed. 8 by 8s, bigger images were 12 by 12. This is a 2.5 inch pocket I cut out off of the 8 by 8 cut aparts, and this I do believe came off the 8 by 8s. And again, lots of mounted, I just love this, lots of mounted leftover papers for photos and for journaling. Page 3, this is one of the cutouts, and I mounted it on black cardstock, and then I used pop-ups so that it was some dimension to this page. On this page, in hindsight, I had actually glued this down. I wanted to break this up a little bit, but in hindsight, I should have and could have ran tape on these two edges so that this was a tuck. So I encourage you to do that because I think it would add an additional element. And then when you get in here, we have a waterfall. It's just a 4-page, so that's balanced on each end, measuring just about 5 1/8 by 3 1/8, so that you can get some photos in. They're covered on both sides. And then a pocket down here. And again, you can see all the leftovers that I was using to make mounts for your photos. This is page 4. I took a sticker, mounted it on black cardstock, and then used some pop-ups to give a lift to this front page. This build here is using a mix and a max, mix and match of different lengths of paper so that there was a degree of excitement or change, if you will. So you've got a big panel here for photos. You have a bigger panel on the inside for photos using some of the 12 by 12 papers, and then a smaller one over here on this side. And then you've got the pocket, and you can put photos or, gosh, certainly journaling across the top here to tell the story of your love notes. Put a cutout here and put one of those little brass embellishments there. So that, this can fold however you want it to fold. The magnet's going to keep it closed when it's done. Over here, no magnets involved, but we have a nice fold out. And again, a lot of leftovers, 2.5 inch pocket. And when I make these pockets throughout, I am going to my scraps because there will be plenty, and I'm using up as much of the scraps as I can, so I do my best to try to match. And there you have, this came off the 12 by 12s. And then I took this off the 8 by 8s, mounted it on black cardstock so that I could accent the corners, made diagonal cuts here. From the scraps, I made this piece, and then from the 12 by 12, I took the sticker, mounted it, fussy cut around it, and that is your Gatekeeper. And then this is page 6. On this page, I mounted some of those sticker stamps, fussy cut this around this on black cardstock, out of the 12 by 12, add the corner tags. This page is going to open this way. And up here you have a lot of room to put different size or one big photo if you want. You can run photos or you can journal. It's light enough you can do that. And down here you can do some journaling or you can do some photos or journaling. And then you've got your photos and your big large panel here. And this is all secured by a magnet. And then the last page, which is a carbon copy of the front page, your inside book panel, And again, tons of use for the cut-aparts and for the leftover scraps that you have. So this is the album for Scrap and Create, made from the Graphic 45 Love Notes collection. And I just do want to put a footnote here that I made some errors in the developing of the videos on how to make some of these pages, because I'm using an app I'm not comfortable with, I'm not used to, and I inadvertently deleted some of the actual build videos. But I went back and made a couple of instructional videos for those pages that are missing. I humbly apologize. Like I said, it's my first go around, and we learn as we go. So I hope you'll be kind in your comments, and I hope you enjoy making the album. And let myself or Scrap and Create know if you have any questions. Thank you.